Recording.
Hello, part 2 of our IV piggyback demonstration. In this demonstration, it will be the second activity you do in lab today. You will have an empty piggyback that has completed, and it will be clamped off, and your main primary bag should be back up in the high position. So this is how we would find our setup, and our primary line is running now at 125 cc's an hour. So what I need to do now is attach the next piggyback. And again, I'm just going through the mechanics of hanging, not any of the safety checks. So what I need to do, it's very simple, gloves and the new piggyback. So let's get our little gloves on. So our piggyback has some remaining fluid in here. It's kind of hanging out about here, which would have been at the level of the bag as it was lowered. And it's been interacting with the plastic in this tubing. And your drug that's in this line can actually decompose or change while it's hanging in the line. So we need to flush this line, getting the old drug out. The way we do that is we lower our bag, and we're going to let gravity be our friend. So we want to open the roller clamp, and we're going to be pulling fluid from the primary bag into our drip chamber. Let it fill and rinse it out. Let it fill and rinse it out. And a third time, let it fill, rinse it out. And we should have rinsed now all of the old drug into this bag. Now I'm going to let it make sure that I have got at least 2/3 of my drip chamber full so that I'm ready for my next piggyback. So I have flushed the old drug into the old bag. Now I'm ready to attach my new piggyback. Again, I've got my injectable port and my spike port. I've got my gloves on so I don't get an exposure. I'm going to peel that off, protecting the sterility. The old bag, I'm going to flip over because it's going to spill on me if I don't. I'm going to pull the old bag off. Remember, ladies first. Now our gentlemen. Set the bag down and insert my spike up to the little groove. Make sure that I haven't trapped any air bubbles in there. Little one down at the bottom. Hang it up. Drop my primary bag. And I'm ready to set my pump. So I'm going to stop my pump. Now this time I've redone the pump so we actually get to go to special functions. Once we stop it, we arrow down, time, and there it says special functions. Can you see that, Jane?
I don't know if we can see it, but we'll see. It looks kind of blurry on the
Okay,
screen.
it says special functions. It's right below time there. We want to left arrow, and there's two choices, dose rate calculations, which is not a part of our software. And then the next one down is piggyback mode. So I arrow down to piggyback mode, then I left arrow to get into there. So it says automatic change. Nope, don't want to go there. So volume to be infused. Remember, we have a 50 cc bag, and we need to add how many cc's?
20.
20 to get our volume. So we're going to run this up to 70. And I'm going to say OK for that. And then I need to set my rate, left arrow over. I have 50 cc's. If I want it to run in an hour, then my rate's going to be 100. So I go over there, set my rate for 100, say OK. And I'm ready to start. Before I start, I must always remember to open my roller clamp and push start. So my piggyback, it says Piggy at the top of my screen. So my piggyback is running at 100 mils an hour. And I look up, and sure enough, it's dripping, and my primary bag has stopped. So we never leave the room until we see that the secondary bag is dripping. So that's what we do when we're going to add an IV piggyback to an already existing setup. Thanks.